Okay, we are back. All right. Hello. Hey Joey, hey Crisis, and hey my Russian friend. Hey Hail Patero, how you doing, man? So I am working on getting max Simulacrum, and my build is currently set up for Simulacrum, which is just basically my same exact build. Holy shit, Simulacrums are expensive. Um, it's my same flicker build. I just am putting shit into Falling Thunder and I'm using Resonance for charges and like uh whatever it's called, Sniper's Mark for power charges. Do I have Echo actually? Oh, okay. See, so when I do this, I'm getting endurance charges, but um, I'm just working on getting my fourth level of Simulacrum, and then I wanted to do some testing in maps for running Simulacrum, see if it helps with currency at all. And I'm just wanting to juice my maps a little bit more, and I'll have to deal with my hatred for Simulacrum. I was gonna release my new video tonight, but I just haven't had time to finish all the edits that I want to do for it. It will be my most edited video yet, and it'll be like the final update to my build. But I wanted to do some more testing on the stream tonight uh, for bossing, because I think I have a way to automate, um, not necessarily automate, but just penetrate elemental resistances better through freeze, because there's a node that enables us to penetrate elemental resistances if they are frozen. So I wanted to test some stuff. So you're going to see lots of Zesht tonight, plenty of King in the Mist, maybe some Arbiter, depending on how confident I am in the test that Arbiter is going to go well. Because we don't talk about the last stream. I had to unlist the last stream because I accidentally let some of my work stuff on my computer leak, and I don't want that to be leaking. So that's why there's a void in why the live stream wasn't listed to kind of go back and rewatch it if you wanted to. Because I let some work stuff leak and I can't have that out there. We're still like functionally immortal, so Simulacrum's no problem with its series acuity and all the other shit. It's just I don't find Simulacrum very fun, so I haven't done it really. But if you all enjoy it, if you're Simulacrum enjoyers, then great. Just the only thing I hadn't filled out on my atlas yet was this, so figured now is as good a time as ever. That doesn't suck. It's like 50 div or 50 exalts right now. We take those. I don't like upheaval on Stormwave because it lowers the attack speed. And with lowered attack speed, it just gives like more windows to get stunned. And when I have the cast on freeze setup in, I don't have it in for Simulacrum right now because it's I'm needing combat frenzy for power charges in Simulacrum. Hold on. Kind of spicy for a second here. But when I have cast on freeze, the regular Stormwave just clears everything anyway. I do agree that upheaval, like on its own, is generally pretty nice in Stormwave. I just don't like it because I'm really just using Stormwave when I'm mapping as like an in-between. It's so bad. Like my habit to get power charges, it's like so ingrained in my muscle memory that I keep doing it. But yeah, that's why I'm not using upheaval. Sure, El Patero. It's pretty similar to the one that's on my Maxroll guide. But I said that I was going to update the Maxroll guide with Kosis, piece of shit. With like what I'm using for breach and stuff, and then I didn't do that. So I need to still do that. Yell at me when the stream is ending if you're still around to make sure that I update that. Yeah, we can definitely do that. I'm always down for some fracturing. I've got some crit fractured ones that I'm working on right now. But I think that the melee skills is probably the best thing to fracture if you have a 7 melee skiller. I don't know. High tier crit and melee skills, I think on Craft of Exile has similar weights, so I don't know if it actually matters which one you go for. See, like, it's so bad. Such horrible muscle memory. I keep doing it over and over. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever replacing my staff to get more attack speed, so me personally, because my staff is so insane. But I definitely understand why. Like I said, nothing against up people. It's a really good skill in Stormwave, and I'm glad that you're using it. It has really great utility. But I just, for me, oh, thank you. That was the other thing I wanted to test is cast on crit tonight. I need to test cast on crit, but I'm kind of worried because I just don't have like fucking divs right now to buy the chest piece that isn't gonna totally like fuck my armor. Hold on, sorry. Spicy Simo. I wonder why the amulet didn't pop up even though it was tiered. Oh, it's probably because it's a crimson. I don't want to run alphas either. I know I'm picky. Getting stunned out of Falling Thunder. I think they have the Steel's power charges one too. Yeah, I mean, the main tips that I have is literally every exalt that you drop, try to buy like a 1 exalt upgrade on your staff when you're leveling. That's really the only tip that I have. I'm not great at leveling. I'm not some like guru for leveling. I'm definitely a guru for the end game, but for leveling, I don't try to think about it too much, and I strike, Tempest Bell, and Herald of Ice my way until I get into whatever build I want to run on my monk. This is not good. These kinds of mobs are really horrifying, and I might die. Fuck. Fucking die, you pieces of shit. Tell me an Invoker can fucking do this with this build. They can't. It's not possible. Look how fucking immortal I am. As Omniphobia almost like fucking one-shot slaps me to death. I should have probably put a lot more damage supports into Stormwave, but I didn't think I'd need it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every time you drop an X, Deus, you should drop one X every once in a while. That's what you should do. Alright, last wave. I mean, it just can't flicker because it doesn't generate corpses. Or Profane Ritual. So yeah, when I, cooked this up, I wasn't thinking about Simulacrum at all. Because I hate Simo. Just being honest. I mean, it's not bad, because you can live through everything. Yeah, the mana doesn't go down because I have tons of mana leech from the Ascendancy. Ooh. That might sell. Here's the Atlas tree. Here, I'll go post it in the Discord right now so that I don't forget. I went and posted all of those Atlas screenshots in the Discord for you, buddy. It's in current build stuff. Running Sims with Resonance. What do you mean Sims? You can't run Flicker with Resonance and Electrocute on Herald of Thunder because you can't gain power charges while you're flickering. Yeah, Deus, that's definitely very good while you're leveling. You can definitely try that out. But now back to Flicker, because I've had my fill of Falling Thunder for the evening. But I actually do need to do a bit of shopping for a How much lightning res am I over cap? Probably can do away without the stun threshold. How much extra int? So I have 9 extra int, so I need 23 int. 3. And then I need 16 lightning res. No, it's 16 minus that, so I need 14 lightning res. 14, right? Yeah. So let's see. 40 Diverinos. Do we have anything close to that, even if I liquidate? No. We do not. Let's do 800 instead. 7 Diverinos for 815. 7 Diverinos. $15 for better resistances, but I do not need cold at all. This one's 803 corrupted. That's 5 days ago he posted that. Wonder how much my shit's gonna drop down after putting that in. I think the quad tabs are pretty good. Because you can really do whatever you want with it, right? And it's just a lot of space. Oof, losing 900 doesn't feel good. So here's what we're gonna do. Because I don't want to lose 900 ES. We are gonna gamble on this guy right here to try to get a third socket. So be prepared to see a robe here get deleted. All right. So this is what we have before. And yeah, thorns damage. I mean, worse things have happened. Map tab is very good too. Oh, 6,400. I guess for bossing it doesn't necessarily matter anyway. boring part of the stream where I just I'm fucking with my gems, so bear with me. Fuck. Oh, that sucks. Where did I take these 2 points from in the first place? Critical damage bonus. Well, that is not ideal. Looks like we needed more intellect, boys and girls. Hey, Other, what's going on? Don't need minion revive time for right now. We can fuck with that later. No, not level 100. 96 right now. Level 100 is a big time grind. Thought I had a cast on critical that was a 6 slot, but maybe I sold it. Ogly dogly then. We are now running cast on critical. To my dismay. What else do I normally put in this? Momentum, hit and run, close combat. We can put Embitter in for now. For the test. And then we need, what else did we need? We needed, do I have it in character gear sets? I do not. I wanted freezing mark. We also wanted this to be level 20, but we can test with level 19 for now. So we have overabundance in here, so we would just swap the freezing mark out. Okay, now to go test on breach. And then what we needed to do was find 3 points. So there's one. This can be allocated. Where are we taking 2 more points? Man, the tree's so optimized, I really, it's got to be attack speed. Okay. Flicker in. We've got the breachstone. We will pull out Stormwave. We've got old exposure in. Okay. Onwards and upwards to Zesht. Do we have Ambrosia? I don't know. I haven't tested Cock before because I haven't needed it, but I'm testing it for bossing now. Because Cock is obviously can swap stuff into it for bossing. Okay. So I think we're going to take hit and run out for Conk. What is my critical damage bonus? 321. What does this take it to? 418. So that's... Is that 30% more damage? No, it's 25%. So it's the same thing as close combat. But we actually want to run Ambrosia for this test. And that's what we're running there. We will put Freezing Mark into Cast on Critical. Pull Profusion out. We will put Voltaic Mark to see if Voltaic Mark works with Overabundance in. Okay, so that should work because it should allow me to have supported skills have +1 to limit. So that should enable me to Mark a target. When this marked target dies, we'll have to see. Not a lot of purple thing. Oh, you know what? I fucked up already. It's alright. Should be fine. I didn't have my curse. Not having hit and run in feels pretty bad too. What I messed up is I didn't swap in my curse. And I don't like it without hit and run, so we need to run hit and run. I just can't really swap those two out. I mean, we can swap out conk effect, but then how much damage am I losing? 25k. That's what testing's for. See if it works anyway. Hey Jermaine, how you doing this evening? I feel like elemental damage with attacks is very important, especially for Infernal Cry. I don't think you need the melee mana leech on your staff, because a lot of people are trying to actively take that off of a staff because they want attack speed or critical damage bonus or Really, those main two is attack speed or critical damage bonus. So a lot of your good staffs, people just aren't going to be putting mana leech on. Most of the time I just suggest getting it off of rings. Those aren't bad. That's not bad either. Okay, this time I'm not forgetting. This is going in place of Stormwave. Then we're doing Curse Grounds, Heightened Curse. It's going here. Hypothermia is second weapon set only. Cast on Critical has these come out of it. We put Freezing Mark in there. I'm only going to put Freezing Mark in there because I'm not 100% sure if that happens and works. And then, so my spirit's good. I have the correct links in Flicker Strike. Alright, we should be good. And before I forget something else, but this should be good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, now for the replay. That's pretty good. Okay, hold on. How many seconds was this? Playback speed. Let's do 0.25. And then we'll all count. Okay, it starts. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1.5 seconds. When did he freeze? How many stacks of Chayula did I have? 7, 6, 5. So you can see at the very end, he starts going down like even faster. Like if you look right at the very end, the last couple ticks, it's really, really, really fast. That's as soon as he gets frozen, it goes pretty insane. Sorry, I know I keep going back, but I'm just trying to analyze here. So I have 45% minus cold. I have another exposure that, what is the exposure percentage? 24? Why does that seem wrong? Did I shock too? Or did I not shock? So exposure's on there, shock's on there, chill's on there. Alright, 1 Mississippi, 2, yeah. 1.5 seconds like I thought. Oh, this is my last one looking at it. This is my last one looking at it too. Had 5 stacks. That's pretty good. We'll definitely clip that, but I don't know, I want it to be a little bit better. Do we have any ideas, chat room, on extra freeze buildup for Pinnacles specifically? The only other thing that I could think of is, because I don't think another 20% increased freeze is going to do anything. On freezing mark, do I have it? I don't have it qualityed. Okay, so that's one thing that we can do, is quality this for 54% more freeze buildup. So I mean, right there, that was 20% freeze buildup that I didn't have, and that's more, so that was a multiplier, which I think is enough. So we can test this again, and it'll probably look a lot better. And then I want to check PoE 2dB for freezing mark level 20. So freezing mark level 20, level 21. It just scales the damage. Hits against marked enemies. Okay, right here. So 20 would give me an extra percent. So I needed level 20 skill gem. So 1% more on a level 20 skill gem. X size. I don't think that penetration's going to do anything. We don't want penetration anyway, because it won't stack with exposure. How much exposure is charge staff giving us? So that's going to be just standard exposure, so that's minus 20. This is 20%, so that boosts it by another 4%. So the 24% on there is correct. I'm not utilizing it anymore because it's clunky and I don't like doing it if I don't have to. Okay, we go again on Zesht. Stop it. I never want you active on that. We go again. Once more into the breach. I think we'll be alright without 1% because I don't want to go find a level 20 skill gem. Unless somebody's got one they want to sell me in chat room. But like 12 people just left, so. If we're not freezing fast enough and we need 1% more, Jordan, I'll hit you up. But I doubt 1% is going to be making a massive difference. I will test Volt Mark on this one too, because that'll increase our shock magnitude automatically as well. And if we have shock magnitude and cold, shock magnitude will add to our cold and be the juice. And then I'll go into an explanation as to what the fuck are you doing, Korahor? I'm cooking, okay? Let me cook. I will explain though exactly what I'm cooking. So we slot Volt Mark in, and we slot in this. We have overabundance, so it should still work. We've got hypothermia on board. Let's ride. Let's double check that's qualityed up. That's obviously qualityed up. That is qualityed up. It has the freeze buildup in it. Alright. I believe we are ready. I fucked it up, but we'll just have to see. And that dies pretty fast still. I mean, it got frozen about halfway in. And I fucked it up. I didn't do my second cry. And my damage could have been way more insane. Because I Infernal cried too early. So we go again. But it looks like we're freezing perfect. And my cooking is nearly complete. And then I'll give the full breakdown. Holy shit! What the fuck? Look at those prefixes. That's pretty nutty. Let's go in the craft section. For sure. one probably could have sold actually, but it's fine. That's low level. That's low level. Check out the ancient cuffs. That might actually sell too. So we'll put these back, because I think both of those have a chance of selling. But those prefixes on that staff are pretty nutty. We'll throw that in the old crafting section here. All those have potential. Okay, now Stormwave back in. Hypothermia right here. I think it's verified that we don't need flammability anymore for pinnacle bossing. Because obviously that was working. Oh fuck, you know what? I have to go review the tape again. I gotta see if Voltaic Mark was applying. Check the tape, check the tape, check the tape. Let's go. That wasn't about halfway. I fucked it up, but I'll just have to. I can't tell if both are on or not. Because the marks don't actually show as debuffs on like the bar. I fucked it up, but I'll just have to see. Maybe you guys can help me see a little bit better. When we're doing this, is both marks on there? It looks like both marks are on there. Is freezing and voltaic on there? Is that what that looks like? That dies pretty fast still. I'll just have to see. That dies pretty fast still. I'll just have to see. I fucked it up, but I'll just have to see. That dies. Do we think both was on there? It looked like it, right? Oh, fuck off. Anyone can confirm or deny my craziness if that was on there or not. Freezing mark and voltaic mark. Thanks, Jordan. This is without an offensive anoint, too. I have a defensive anoint in right now, Ancient Aegis. I could put in, like, a lot of other shit. That doesn't suck. Doing some breach stones, getting a divvy. That one has decent physical. What tier physical? 6 of 49. Holy shit, look at that low roll. Alright. You come out, you go back in. Open set 2. You go in there. You go in there. And then I think that's all we need to change because I haven't been changing Flicker Strike. Okay, so this should be the final test to verify that what I am cooking is working, and then I'll give an explanation for everyone of what I'm cooking. I think everyone can kind of have somewhat of an understanding of what I'm doing here, but essentially I'm just trying to become an invoker and ignore elemental resistances and then have a bunch of extra damage on top of that as well. So without further ado, let's not fuck it up this time. Okay, I really doubt that we can fuck it up this time. Hey Blue, Gwen, how are you? I like seeing tiered Sinister Quarterstaves in the window there. It's like looking down at pocket aces. And what did they give us? Some horrible stuff on the tier 5. Some pretty horrible stuff on the tier 2. The freeze was pretty quick on that one. I'll definitely want to go back and review the tape again, but I'll do that off stream. So, the tech. We can probably go test Arbiter now. And I won't feel too bad about it if I die. The tech. So, Invoker obviously has penetrate elemental resistances with critical hits. I don't want to replace my amulet. I want to keep running my amulet for the +3 melee skills so that I get as much damage as possible. And so what we're doing to try to penetrate elemental resistances is this node here. Heavy Frost. Hits ignore non-negative elemental resistances of frozen enemies. So this non-negative part is important because that means that exposure works in tandem with it. Whereas just ignoring elemental resistances is just you're ignoring elemental resistances. So there's nodes that basically say, I think Beacon of Azus is worded this way as well. Critical hits ignore enemy monster elemental resistances. So this means that you can't go negative in your elemental resistances. Because you can't go negative in your elemental resistances, that just kind of sucks. It doesn't suck in the sense that, okay, now I don't have to worry about elemental resistances, but I'm not getting all of the negative multipliers that I can get from applying a curse and doing exposure. A curse and exposure in tandem with each other. I think my curse magnitude is like, I think it's like 45% is what the minus is, and then we have cold exposure on charge staff for another 24%. So that is a negative 69. Nice. Um, cold. So negative 69 cold once something is frozen. So how are we freezing bosses, pinnacle bosses? Because they're really fucking hard to freeze. Yes, they are really hard to freeze. So what we're doing for that is cast on critical freezing mark, so that we have 54% more freeze buildup. So the mark goes on the boss. We have 54% more freeze buildup. We've got freeze buildup on here, freeze buildup on here, freeze buildup on here, here, and here. I should probably take these 2 points, but I haven't decided where I'm going to be taking them from yet, because I needed 3 points to get these nodes in the first place. So we get 50% increased damage against frozen enemies as well right here. And then the skill gems themselves. So on flicker, pinpoint so that we're crit capped. Momentum because it's just 40% more damage. Hit and run because it's just 40% more skill speed, so it's happening fast. I could put another damage in here, but I don't like how flicker feels without hit and run. So that leaves us with Embitter and Ambrosia. So Ambrosia, our flask is going to be giving us like 63-ish% of damage is extra cold because we're running Embitter. Acolyte or Chayula has in the Ascendancy a bunch of extra chaos damage. So that's why you see me waiting to pick up flames and like running around the boss room picking up all the flames before I kill the boss. So that we're hopefully going in with 5 stacks of flames. Interlude makes the flames have 25% increased effect. They standardly, from the Ascendancy, have 14% increased effect. So if we look at this, a flame of Chayula, purple flames is 7% of damage is extra chaos, but this node doubles it. So every flame that we pick up is 14% damage is extra chaos, and then we get 25% on that. So from Ambrosia, we're getting 63%. For every flame that we pick up, it's 14 times 1.25. It's 17.5%. We were generally running around 5. So plus 63. So that's 150% of damage is extra cold. Then we have an Against the Darkness, which is another 40% of extra cold because the extra chaos converts to cold, and then the extra cold was already extra cold to begin with. So we have 40% extra cold because we have 5 nodes. 5 times 4 is 20, 40%. So that gives us 190% extra damage is cold. On top of our already baseline cold, which is very high. If we look at Flicker, our cold is pretty equal to our physical. So all that to say, all that extra damage then goes towards freezing, which enables us to ignore non-negative elemental resistances, and then our negative elemental resistances from the curse and the exposure make it even crazier. Paul, you're welcome for the content. Why don't I stream on Twitch? I just haven't gotten around to multi-streaming yet, and I've been having a lot more traction on YouTube, so I've been doing it here. So next test is I want to test King in the Mists. I promised y'all bosses, y'all getting bosses. Bitches want bosses, bitches get bosses. Not really, you guys aren't bitches. I love y'all. You guys are fucking great. And the nice thing about Audience with the King is there's not a bunch of mobs right before doing Audience with the King, so I can just go in with the damage setup and not really have to do anything other than the damage setup. I think he gets frozen a lot easier too, because Zesh has really high ailment threshold. So this is probably going to look pretty cool. Oh. Please don't eat my token. Go ahead and restart already. Come on. Or are you gonna actually crash me out? That was fun. Fix your game, GGG. I want to wait for the second use of Infernal Cry before we walk into the arena. Alright. Is it? Is it yours? I didn't freeze him, but Jesus, that was a lot of damage. Like, even if I don't freeze him, the negative resistances from... Ooh. Ooh. The negative resistances from the curse and the exposure make it so that we're ignoring cold damage anyway. And because most of our damage is cold, that's good. So, we don't need a Beacon of Asus. We just need to pop that stuff down. So, we killed him so fast we didn't even have a chance to freeze him, is what happened there. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, basically. Alright, we're going to identify it. It's going to be a mind over matter, and we just got 20 divs. What's Chaos Inoculation going for? A whole 2 Chaos. I shouldn't have identified it. That'll go in our collection, our Wall of Shame. Welcome to the day. If you want to slay. Okay, so that was all pretty cool. Do we do Arbiter now? I'm horrified of Arbiter, because I'm pretty sure he's bugged right now. But if I had more divs, I wouldn't care, but I only got 15. And just to do Arbiter is like 5 divs. Nah, let's just go do some mapping for right now. I know I just gave y'all a tease. If you want to slay. That works. Okay, time to go map. Oh shit, I don't know. Maybe it's not time to go map. I haven't prepped any actual like maps with like rarity and all that shit. Maybe we can just do it on the fly. 105% rarity and quantity. Sure. Reduce damage from critical hits. Oh well. Oh, you know what? I was also gonna delirium it. Oh, it looks like we've got some deli ones up and rolling as well. So maybe we'll be good. Seepage. Blooming Field is a great map. Got some quantity on here, got a number of rare monsters, got some delirium stuff, tons of quantity. Bosses are double buffed by uniques, so that's why we got boss on here. So this is going to be some fun. Yeah, Falling Thunder is a good play on it, Viskin. Smokey, don't do those maps. No, I'm trolling. But yeah, you can just get some points into penetration. But yeah, I try to avoid those maps. Or I can do them, I just prefer not to. Probably gonna die in this map a decent amount of times. Why are you gonna die in this map a decent amount of times, Core Horror? Because I didn't realize that these was monster movement speed. I can only die once because it's 6 modded, but... I didn't go through the deli mirror. Silly Core Horror, tricks are for kids. Where's the deli mirror? Oh well. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. What music do we want tonight, guys? So after this map, I'm gonna get a drink, pick some music. And I have to fix my loot filter, because I had Simulacrum sponsors turned off. On accident.
Map.
Gwen, I meant to respond to you. I'm glad that it's coming together. Did you try the spaghettification thing, or no? If you're still here, you might have hopped out for a minute. The janitor was hiding all the loot at the GGG offices, and they're like, oh, I had put them all in the strong boxes. Sorry, I thought that's where you wanted me to put them. And then they released it to the public that way. So that's how we got strong boxes buffed as much as we did, as a janitor went and put it all in the strong boxes, and then here we are today, opening strong boxes. Look at this guy's name. Puss tank. Puss stink.
Ooh.
Gotcha. What are you running on your monk?
Ooh.
Map.
Oh, Lord, he tanking. Fuck. That makes your butthole pucker.
Ooh.
Thank God for Leech. Oh, nice. I didn't know that you were already running my build.
Oh.
This start selling decently. Wait, not that decently, so.
Ah.
Nice. Couple of raw divs tonight already. That never sucks. Anytime I think I don't want to play, and that's very rare, I just remember what it feels like to have a Divine Orb drop. And then it's like a cookie. It's like, ooh, a Divine Orb.
Map.
That's why Maven drops all the other stuff, and she says, ooh, 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 ooh. And then to get me out of the, ooh, a Divine Orb, she just screams in my ear. And I love it. It is so hot in here because of my lizards. They still have to have their heating lamps on at night. They don't have to have the lights on, they just have to have the heating lamps on. And then my computer plus the lizards and all that, it just turns this room into a den of absolute madness of heat. This has got to be my least favorite map, boss. Because you can't, like, just phase him. Or not phase him, you can't just kill him. You have to wait, sit and wait for him to go through. I'm gonna go slam the door open. I'm gonna go get my bell. Me, me, me.
Map.
Nice. Another div. Look at all that tiered gear he dropped, too. I'll have to come back and take a look if any of that tiered gear looks juicy. Yeah, that one's not very fun either. You just sit there like throwing charge staff nodes at the freaking swamp. Welcome to the jam. If you wanna slay. No. Okay, I will be right back. I'm getting a drink. I'm opening a window. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do a lot more delirium juice maps and drop some more divs. Alright, I'm back, but no more camera because I can't handle wearing a shirt anymore. I apologize. Alright. Let's look at my Delirious maps, see if I got anything that's worth a damn. This one has a shit ton of rare monsters, but steals power charges. This one's also got some nice rarity on it. This is quantity and rarity. And none of these are corrupted either, so we can corrupt them for some extra juice. Yeah, we're gonna corrupt all these. Nice, we got a 16. Okay, so now I just gotta go find the 16 map that we want to do. Not Decay, not Decay, not Willow. Trenches could be good. Oh, we got Crypt. We doing Crypt, baby. Oh, baby, we doing Crypt. We going in here. If you guys can hear the, here, hold on. Maybe if I move my headset a little bit, you won't hear the fan. Plug this guy in. Whoop. Oh, I always forget. I gotta walk through the delirium mirror. Where is it? Where are you?
Ooh.
It's not this way. Where's the mirror? The one time I'm like actually wanting to test out delirium, it just the mirror wants to hide from me. Where's the freaking mirror, man?
Ooh. Ooh.
It's gotta be close, right? Like, if you make a map delirious, do you just not get a delirium mirror, or like what's going on here?
Ooh.
Oh. So I don't run delirious maps when I do delirium. Is that what's going on? Like if I want to run the mirror itself, I don't deli juice my map. Is that correct? Or do I deli juice it and it makes it better? How does that work? Does the Deli Atlas benefit delirious maps, or just maps with a mirror of delirium?
Ooh. Ooh.
Fuck, you guys needed to remind me.
Map.
Reveal your worth.
Mm. Ooh. Ooh.
Map.
Yes, let's try something. Greetings. Speak. Go.
Yeah, man, I'm tired. Pocket, get out of the way. I can't see. Come on, Pocket.
Ooh.
flicker bugs out.
Ooh.
That's okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
Shit, I forgot to do the filter again. Okay, I have to do that right now because I'm losing a lot of currency by not doing that. So give me a second. Filters.
Ooh.
Okay, that should be good.
Ooh. Ooh. Mm. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, might be Betty's bye time soon. I'm getting pretty tired.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I've got to go to bed after this. Just like this huge wave of tired.
Nap.
Usually like me regardless, but I've got to do your purple blow. No! Fuck. Why wasn't I paying attention? This is why I needed to go to bed. Alright, with With that embarrassing death, it is time for bed. I did, Seb. 11 Breaches, nice crisis. I did check out his version, and I think it was really good. But I think, as a lot of people were saying in his comments, a lot of people had problems with mana. At the beginning of stream, you saw me doing Simulacrum, which I'm gonna guess that any version of the build that he does can't really do Simulacrum. I won't assume that. I'm just guessing because it's very difficult to do high-end Simulacrum. I didn't like a couple of things he said about how this build relies on uniques when it doesn't. But other than that, his build was very informative, broke down the mechanics, showed how it can work on Invoker. I still think that Acolyte is stronger after watching that full video. Invoker can be pretty straightforward to set up all the peripherals around it, like Spirit and stuff like that, but the Leech, the mana, the Energy Shield Leech, the damage is extra chaos, like all of that isn't super available to a monk. Not a monk, an Invoker. So, yeah. Anyways, y'all, very grateful for you all tuning in again. I am tired and was like literally falling asleep in that last map, so because of that, I need to go to bed because I've got work early tomorrow in 4.5 hours. I have to wake up. I really appreciate you all. Look out for the next stream. Trying to do it nightly as much as I can. I'll also be working on my full edited build showcase / guide. I just need to get a bit more footage together and finish all the editing and do some of the original work that I was going to do on it. And once that's all done, you all will be able to see that video. And absolutely, Baloo, I appreciate it. Have a great night, everybody, and I will see you in the next one.